What's up? This is your host Non-Fungible TC, Non-Fungible today and Non-Fungible tomorrow. And as we all can see, crypto is indeed a very volatile market because as we can all see today, the global market cap is back at 1.86 trillion with a 4.76% increase. And with just a small amount of increase, we see all the coins going back to the price after the dip, right? Yesterday I was just saying that, hey, usually these dips does have a reason, but the cryptocurrency does go back up after a quick dip as well. But whether this is like a dead cat bounce, we do not know. But we can see that, you know, Ethereum yesterday was dropping to 2,800-ish, and now it's bouncing back to 3,000, right? So the cryptocurrency market does, have ebbs and flow, and therefore, rather than timing the market, why don't you participate in the market and build things in the market to enjoy the benefits of these fluctuations, right? So I was looking at the news today, and to be honest, everything seems quite negative because yesterday I was talking about how the traditional stock market is actually affecting cryptocurrency, right? But if we look at the news, the US stock futures is falling as well, and then you see the world is kind of like negative in general. You even have talks of the threat of nuclear war is real and things like that. So it is kind of negative in terms of news. But the only thing that I could find out is positive related to cryptocurrency is that Fidelity now allow retirement savers to include Bitcoin, right? So I'm going to talk about this news in more detail shortly. So that's it for the crypto market. Crypto market, today is a green day. The reason why it is a green day, could it be because of Fidelity? But there are obvious winners because you can see Dogecoin within 24 hours has a 28% increase. It's just going to the moon, right? So yeah, this is the overall crypto market. But if we look at DeFi, pretty much the same. Once the crypto market goes up, money comes back to DeFi. So there is a 2.54% increase in the past 24 hours, right? And so that is DeFi, and let us go to NFT. So if we look at NFTs, we do see a lot of projects having some red, but also some exceptional projects with green. So for Moonbird, right, the Moonbird miracle has been happening for like a few weeks already. But now finally they retraced in terms of the floor price. This has something to do with the management of the COO now creating his own fund after the Moonbird project and leaving the team with a lot of question marks and a lot of people it was very controversial when this happened, right? Because the COO wanted to create another NFT fund and that could have some conflict of interest. But as you can see, let's look at the movers, right? We can see that actually psychedelic anomalous Genesis is going up 47.46%, and this is because the founder of this project, who is also a Bored Ape holder, did kind of engage with Gary Vee, hinting some type of potential collaboration, and Gary Vee did reply him. So people are kind of speculating on this. K-Land with a 20.28% increase. The reason why this is going up is because K-Land is a metaverse project, and the demo, there's a teaser of the demo that is coming out, right? So the demo would be available, so people are speculating on that as well. You have Hey Prime, which I think is because they are having their upcoming revamped. And then you have DGens. DGens is kind of like an alpha group where they talk about daily market updates like this. But DGens are actually what they're doing is they revamped it, and also they have more new reports, right? So that's why the prices are going up. So Regens is the same kind of the collection, like version 1, version 2, right? So yep, that's the NFT market today. I think everyone's attention right now is actually on Yuga Labs land sale. So rather than talking about a new project, I'm gonna focus on the updates that the Bored Ape company is doing with regards to their metaverse land sale. So without further ado, let's look at our news for today. The first news is that actually Twitter's co-founder Jack Dorsey thinks it's great that Elon Musk is buying the company. So he did tweeted out something pretty philosophical, saying that no one should actually own Twitter, right? Because Twitter is is the closest thing that we have to a global consciousness, right? And he do believe strongly in Twitter because he's the founder of the product, and to him it is like his baby, right? And then he said if anyone is going to own it, then Musk is the person to do it, right? this is what he said, right? In principle, I don't believe anyone should own or run Twitter. It wants to be a public good at a protocol level, not a company. Solving for the problem of it being a company, however, Elon is a singular solution I trust. I trust his mission to extend the light of consciousness, Dorsey tweeted, right? So I think the biggest news, in terms of the tech industry is that Elon Musk have finally reached a deal with Twitter, and then he's gonna buy the company. And if you think about Elon Musk and his love for Dogecoin, right? The first thing that really makes us think is that, hey, does this have any impact on the cryptocurrency market as well? Could Elon Musk buying Twitter could be a cause of why we're seeing green today, right? Well, if you just look at Dogecoin alone, right? Within 24 hours, right? There was a huge increase of around 24%, if I believe correctly. Because if you look here, Dogecoin, and actually interestingly, Dogecoin is now the top 10 cryptocurrency. Oh, now it's not 24%. Now it's within 24 hours, it has increased by 11.65. Now it's 11.47%, right? So you do see that with Elon Musk buying Twitter, boom, Dogecoin goes up, goes down a little bit, and now going back up, now going back down a bit, right? So in general, I think. And also talk about how Twitter is now allowing stable coins, allowing creators to cash out with stable coins, right? So in general, I believe that if Elon Musk is buying Twitter, in general, because he understands cryptocurrencies, right? He understands how, Dogecoin, he understands Ethereum, how it all works, right? So in general, I think it is bullish for crypto with a high, like a very popular platform like Twitter, being owned by Elon Musk. So at the same time, Twitter has been the place where people communicate crypto news besides Discord, right? So if you have someone who is kind of pro crypto or at least understand cryptocurrency to be the owner of Twitter, then it is definitely positive in general. So I was talking about Moonbird and the floor price change, right? But even though the floor price went down, there was something positive, and that is Proof raises 10 million from Reddit's Ohanian after Moonbirds NFT launch. So basically what happened is that Kevin Rose, a Web3 media startup Proof, has raised 10 million from Alexis Ohanian VC firm 776, right? So basically, Rose announced today that the Proof Collective, the NFT project, has raised 10 million from the VC firm, which was actually founded by the co-founder of Reddit, right? So with this new funding, they're planning to use this funding to kind of, add value to the whole collective and also, pursue other type of initiatives. For example, they were planning to have like a conference and things like that. So that is something that they want to do. So, the reason why, first of all, this is a good news for the project, right? It means that there's more valuation coming into the project. But the reason why the floor price went down is actually because Proof's COO departs, right? For those of you who have been monitoring the Twitter first, NFT Twitter, you found out that the COO, former COO of Moonbirds and Proof, who has inside info plans of the company moving forward, sweeps 200 plus ETH of Moonbirds after day one, then leaves the company to start his own fund 5 days later, right? So basically what happened is that, the ex-chief operating officer Ryan Carson announced the launch of an NFT fund, 121G, right? And started buying up Moonbirds on the secondary market. And there's a lot of community members that felt, suspicious because it feels like, hey, what Moonbird is gonna do, and you're buying Moonbird, and then now you're starting your own NFT fund, and you're asking people to pay you 25 ETH to join your fund, right? So people are kind of salty in a way, and people are kind of they're kind of like, hey, isn't there like some insider trading because you have insider info and now you're starting your own fund, and that fund is related to the project that you're heavily involved in, right? So that's why of course the ex-COO left because on his own accord, right? But a lot of people think that he's leaving because, first of all, he wants to start his own NFT fund, and because the community does, raise a lot of concerns on this, right? So moving on, another reason why I think crypto is going up is that Fidelity announced that they reportedly allowed 401k retirement saving accounts to invest in Bitcoin, right? So they're trying to get a approval, and if approved, the retirement savers can actually allocate 20% of the saving portfolio to Bitcoin without the need to open a crypto exchange account. So the United States-based retirement plan provider Fidelity Investment will reportedly allow 401k retirement saving accounts to directly invest in Bitcoin, right? And this plan would go live later this year and allow more than 23,000 companies associated with Fidelity to administrate their retirement accounts to offer Bitcoin investment options to the customers, reported the Wall Street Journal. So if you have been following my channel, you do know that Fidelity has been doing a lot. They even have a recent metaverse experience in Decentraland, trying to educate people about the new ETF of the metaverse. But now, if they're offering a retirees to have a chance to invest in cryptocurrency without going through all the hard hassle of buying your wallet, converting this and that, it would definitely bring in new money to the market. And this itself could be a reason why we're seeing this green today, right? Because if you look at the overall market, right, everything is kind of negative. Everything is kind of pessimistic. You have idea of wars, you have inflation, global stock looks cheap after falling 20%. Everything is kind of like going downhill, but crypto is going uphill. So this could be a reason, right? And another interesting acquisition that happened besides Elon Musk acquiring Twitter is that OpenSea acquires NFT aggregator Gem.xyz to invest in pro experience. So for those of you who have been following me on my channel, I talked about Gem.xyz, which is a aggregator where you can actually buy NFTs. Like you could buy multiple NFTs with one transaction, right? So for example, if you want to sweep the floor, if you want to buy 10 NFTs from the lowest price, you can actually do that with Gem.xyz. If you want to buy different NFTs from different collection like a shopping cart, you can do it with Gem.xyz, and then it helps you save gas fees, right? So basically what happened yesterday was that OpenSea, which is one of the world's largest NFT marketplace, announced that they have acquired Gem.xyz with the intention to improve its pro experience, right? So what they're saying is that they have a blog post saying that it has acquired the NFT aggregator to better serve its more experienced users. So it seems like they might incorporate the Gem.xyz features within OpenSea, right? So although Gem said the acquisition offer was unexpected, it says that the acquisition gives it access to OpenSea's infrastructure and resources to accelerate its growth, right? Gem will continue to operate as a standalone brand. So I think this is pretty interesting because for those of you who have been in the space, Gem.xyz could help you save more than up to 40% gas fee by combining different transactions together, right? Or listing things in one go. And if OpenSea buys this, it means that they'll have more access to maybe the database or maybe the API, the technological stuff that could, improve the platform itself. But interestingly, Gem.xyz did have some integration with Looksrare. So it really makes me think that whether the integration would be removed from Looksrare now that they have been acquired by OpenSea. So we have yet to see. So anyways, moving on to our next news, which is Bored Ape Yacht Club Instagram hacked, NFT worth millions stolen. So right now everyone is very hyped with the upcoming land sale that Yuga Labs was gonna sell. But actually yesterday what happened was that the Bored Ape Yacht Club NFT project tweeted that their Instagram account has been hacked. And interestingly, that Instagram account has a two-factor authentication, and they are investigating why that account was being hacked. So the hacker created a fake page, saying that hey, the land airdrop is here, connect your MetaMask, and then you can claim the land. And of course, people who were not diligent enough connected the wallet and then basically got the NFT stolen. And on a preliminary level, around 4 Bored Apes, 6 Mutant Apes, and 3 Bored Ape Kernel Club NFTs, and another type of NFTs with an estimated value of 3 million was stolen, right? So it's kind of sad to see this, but hackers, scammers are everywhere in NFTs, so you have to really be careful whenever you receive some news. Always, if things are too good to be true, don't believe it. And I think the reason why some people fell for this is because there's this thing that's hyping, right? So always make sure you click on the legitimate link. Always follow the legitimate Twitter accounts, right? a blue tick or a verified Twitter account does not mean it is the right one, because hackers nowadays would add people with a verified tick and create fake NFT projects trying to scam people. So I'm talking about a real Twitter account. Let us look at the Otherside's real Twitter account, right? So the Otherside is actually Yuga Labs' metaverse project, which is also the Bored Ape Yacht Club of metaverse project, which I talked about yesterday. And the reason why I'm covering this today is that they announced more details on the land sale, and I think everyone who's into NFT has their eyes on this, right? So basically, their land sale or their adventure will begin on Saturday today, this month, the 30th of April at 12 p.m. ET, only on Otherside.xyz. So only go to these websites, right? So in the past, a few months ago, actually Animoca brand did a KYC. A KYC basically means know your customer, where you could submit your address, submit your ID in order to participate in something, right? So back then they did not say what it is about, but they call it something is brewing, right? So if you did the KYC like a month or two ago, basically you are now kind of whitelist for the upcoming sale, right? So these are the details of the upcoming sale. The mint will be exclusively in ApeCoin, right? Though you'll need some ETH for gas. You'll want both in the wallet you use for the KYC. So if you've done the KYC and you have a wallet, basically if you want to participate in the land sale, but right now, to be honest, no one knows it's a land sale, right? Everyone is speculating it's a land sale, and it is kind of going to be a land sale because Animoca brand actually tweeted today something is landing, but then they deleted the tweet, right? So people are speculating that it's gonna be a land sale, right? But they did not 100% say it's gonna be a land sale. It could be a profile pic, or it could be something else. We never know. But anyways, this mint would be a Dutch auction style, right? So basically, it has a starting price, and then it starts reducing per second or per hour or something like that, right? So the ApeCoin price will decline over time. The starting price of the Dutch auction will be announced later this week. So right now we do not know, how much the Dutch auction would be. So we'll have yet to see. Only those who are KYC approved can mint in the auction, right? So if you're a Bored Ape and Mutant Ape holder, you'll be able to claim an NFT for 21 days after the auction, right? You don't need to be KYC approved to claim, but you do need to be KYC approved to mint in the auction. So from this, what the alpha or what you can infer is that once you own these NFT, actually Yuga Labs would need 21 days in order for it to have some sort of utility, because they are not eager to immediately distribute this to the Bored Ape and Mutant Ape holders, right? So if you minted this land, basically you could probably flip it or trade it within that 21 days, right? And then after that, there will be more supply of that land happening. And people were asking, before you ask, whatever ApeCoin is earned from this auction will be locked up for 1 year, right? Which means no voting with it in the ApeCoin DAO either, right? So this means that once the money has, the mint has ended, the money that is raised in Ape token would be locked for 1 year, which kind of says that, hey, within the market, a supply of the Ape token would be cut away, right? It would be locked for 1 year. So some people are speculating that the token could go up in value because you have maybe more demand, depending on the utility, but less supply. So in the morning of this day, on the mint day, you'll be able to pre-approve your KYC wallet on the website and then allow the smart contract to use your ApeCoin to mint during the auction. Bored Ape Yacht Club, Mutant Ape Yacht Club holder do not need to approve the wallet to claim, only mint during the auction, right? So you don't have to pre-approve early. You can approve your wallet after the launch. By doing so a few hours earlier, you will save your time and gas fee, right? Because from what they say right now is that they could speculate a lot of demand and that there would be a gas war, potential gas war that could happen, right? And then you could see that nothing will be announced or posted anywhere. No one involved in the other side will be posting on Instagram. So this is about be careful for scams. Don't reply blah blah blah. Okay, only trust info. Posted here. So for those of you who do not know, once this happened, the Bored Ape token, ApeCoin, peaked up all the way to around $19, and now it's going back to around $18, right? So it's kind of going up and down, because it was kind of going upwards because everyone was speculating, hey, ApeCoin will be used for the land sale, and now it is confirmed but people are still not sure how many ape token they should hold, how many they could mint, right? So that would definitely affect the price when you have more information. And interestingly, I did cover this a few times, and that is, let's do some math for OthersideMeta, right? If you believe in the rumor of the land sale based on the testnet contract analysis, basically, a lot of people were speculating that the price of this land would be a Dutch auction from 308 to 108, which is around 1.8 Ethereum if you trade it right now. So the reason why they're saying that it's gonna start from 308 is that on previously there was a leaked document about this land sale, right? And then Yuga Lab has a number of the money that they want to raise through this land sale, and if you divide it by the potential supply of 55,000, it is around 308 per land, which is what they're trying to raise, right? So imagine if the supply of the land is 55,000, so total supply, according to the leaked document, if I remember correctly, it was either 200,000 or 100,000, right? But basically, people are saying that around 20,000 would be given to the Bored Ape and Mutant Ape holders, right? Which means that there's around 70,000 for a public sale, right? But there are people who looked at previous testnet contract, like and saw that actually there's a potential chance that the public mint, these are all rumors, okay, would be around 55,000 land, right? And if you look at the holders of the ape token right now, you have 52,769 ape token holders, right? These are the number of wallets holding ape. And I definitely would believe that this number will keep going up as we go closer and as we have more information about the land sale, right? But imagine if 52,000 people fighting for 55,000 land, right? Everyone would want to buy it because this is Bored Ape Yacht Club, this is Yuga Labs, right? And even though 55,000 land is a lot supply, but I do think that people might want to be part of this ecosystem because there's a lot of people speculation saying that, hey, the third profile picture collection, which is called Coda for Bored Ape Yacht Club, would be airdropped to landowners, right? And only like 5% of landowners would get it, right? So people would want to have a chance to participate in those airdrop or be part of the Yuga Labs ecosystem. So I do think that maybe in the end, this might not be a Dutch auction. Everyone would like to pay gas to, buy this, get part of this land. But we still do not know because there is a barrier to entry here because it really depends on how many people did the KYC, right? If imagine only 55,000 people hold this token, but only 10,000 people did the KYC or was successful in doing the KYC, it basically means that there's a chance that everyone could buy, right? But if the KYC is oversubscribed and based on the public land sale, then there's a chance there will be a gas war and the price of ape token could go up. Everyone wants to get in part of the action, but after buying the land, or if some people fail to buy it, would the price go down? We never know because the ape token would be locked, but there might be some people who would immediately sell because they couldn't buy the land, right? So it's kind of like a 50-50 right now, right? But always keep an eye on what's happening within the space. I think this is going to be very, very interesting, and I'm looking forward to see what the other side would share more in the future. So that's it for today's show. Thank you for watching. This is your host Non-Fungible TC signing out.